Well, welcome to Noblesville Coaches Show. I'm Terry Williams along with Scott McClelland, the head coach of the Noblesville Millers. Welcome, Coach Mack.
Thanks for having me. Good to be back. It's an exciting time of year.
Yeah, it's always exciting, especially, it's a little bit difficult now though. I mean, here we are, middle of November, and the weather's beautiful outside, but you've been, practicing, about 10 days?
Yeah, today will be 10 days, and then you throw in the scrimmage later this evening. So, we've had a really good preseason. I was really happy with our preseason. I thought we were able to get a lot of offensive concepts and things in to kind of give us a head start going into the start of practice. Been pretty pleased with the first 9 days so far. We've had one kind of dead day, but overall we've thrown a lot at the kids. They've competed, done a really nice job, but be interesting to see how we do against another opponent this evening.
Yeah, because, when you practice, those 10 days plus you worked out on and off in the fall here, you kind of getting ready to play. I mean, you want to play somebody else.
Yeah, I think tonight, we're at a point where we need to play against somebody else. I mean, we've kind of been banging on each other for the last, 9 days, but even for us, the way we structured our preseason this year, we've been, banging on each other for 2.5 months. So maybe not every day, obviously, with September and October, but certainly, the last 9 days and the first couple of months preseason. So just ready to see how we do against some different competition this evening.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about this team, because you have 4 seniors returning, and all 4 of them had some specific minutes this past year.
Yeah, we've got a really strong nucleus of returners that, from starters, Aaron Fine and Hunter Walston of last year, and Aiden Brewer, to some guys that played some minutes, and Luke Etchison and Will Smits, to even Justin Curry and TJ Davidson were playing in the rotation quite a bit towards the end of last year. So and then we bring in some new guys. So the one thing I think with our team right now that it's a good problem to have is I think we've got some depth. Obviously we've got to be able to keep find minutes for everybody, but we do have some depth, and we've got some depth at several positions. So I think that's really encouraging.
Yeah, the one thing about this is year 3.
Year 3.
Yeah, and the first year you and I went through this together, it was kind of a cloud for you because you got hired late. You didn't get to see him do much in the summer, and then then last year was more to let them know that and get acclimated with you and you with them, and for them to understand that you're going to be the coach and it's going to be your way, or you're not going to.
Well, I just think we're just basically, that's one thing I'm really happy about. We've got a great group of guys, and not just varsity. I mean, 1 through 20, we just got a great group of guys. I think we've kind of weeded out some of the guys that just weren't going to buy into what we wanted to do, the vision of what we were trying to do. Whether that's been through their decisions or ours, so the thing that's really encouraging right now, we just got 20 guys, JV and varsity, that are really good guys, good teammates to each other, I think good students. So, I'm excited about that, and it just makes practice go so much more smoothly, and guys cheering for one another, and just buying into their roles, and it's just been really happy with our overall preseason and our first 9 to 10 days of practice.
I don't know all 20 of the kids yet, but I do know a large amount of them, and these young men are not only good basketball players, but they're good kids. They're very polite, they're very nice, they come from good families.
They do, and you know, I think that's a real testament to the parents that we've had. I said that at our parent meeting. I said we got a lot of good guys come out and support us, cheer for them. We do. We've got a great makeup of our team. You know, just good guys that are willing to do it the right way and go about their business, and so that's really encouraging. You know, so. That just, as a coach, that just makes it more enjoyable. But you know, I think it just, you know, then you don't have to deal with what I refer to as Mickey Mouse stuff. And you know, so you know, just like I said, I'm excited about that. Our locker room is really good, and you know, I think that's a real, you know, that says a lot about our leadership, but also says a lot about the young men in that locker room. So
that's so true. Well, let's talk a little bit about the, you know, we normally don't do this when we get into season because, you know, you take it one game at a time and we don't look ahead of who we're going to play or who we're not going to play. But let's talk a little bit about the schedule because it's, once again, it's tough to play in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference in any sport, and basketball is no different.
Oh, for sure. Our schedules, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you know, we've got a couple additions to the schedule this year. In Franklin, we're playing them instead of Columbus East, and so you know, I think that even makes it more difficult. That probably wasn't a fair trade. You know, we also who else have we had? You know, we're not playing Evansville Christian. We're able to schedule that late last year. They really wanted to come to Indianapolis and play a team, and we both had openings, and so you know that was a you know, a good pickup for us. But you know, we're not playing them. Obviously, the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, I mean, it's just unbelievable. We'll start off on the road against Heights. You know, we got some conference games early. You know, we're picking up Addicts, which is going to be, you know, we're going to play, tremendous program. You know, they got a great team. I know they're probably expecting to make a deep run in the tournament as well. You know, so obviously, again, never easy in this conference and in this area. You throw in our conference, you throw in Carmel. You know, Mount Vernon, which I anticipate will be a top 10 team. You know, I think Anderson and Marion will both be, you know, very good, strong NCC schools. We got to go on the road to play both those. You know, I was having a good day, Perry, till you started talking about that. So,
and you even changed your holiday tournament.
Yeah, our holiday tournament format. You know, I understand why we did. I think it really speaks to volumes to the administration. So many people enjoyed coming down here, and that's a real credit to our athletic administration. Unfortunately, we condensed it, and instead of making it an 8-team, we're going to make it a 4-team. You know, we've got Crown Point, which has been a regular here, and obviously a very strong program. Castle's going to come back, and then McCutcheon is going to come into it this year. So. You know, I know when we broke the news to a couple schools, they were very disappointed. And, you know, I just think that really, like I said, that just speaks volumes to the tournament, the format, the way it's been run here the last 8, 9, 10 years. So, but, you know, we did that, and, you know, we'll still get a stiff competition those 2 days, you know, to play against the teams that we're going to play against. And, you know, our schedule just, it is what it is, and, you know, just got to be ready to play every night. And, you know, I think the big thing for us right now is just focusing on improvement, getting better.
Well, I think the one thing too that's always been important, and it was the case with you. I mean, it was, you know, when you came over here 3 years ago, it was an opportunity to, you know, the level of competition and play and the schedule was going to be much different. So, you know, and it is what it is.
It is. I mean, it's just part of it, and you just recognize that, you know, this area is just loaded with good basketball and good coaches and great players, and you know, you just got to be ready to play every night, you know, and it just speaks volumes to to the state of Indiana high school basketball.
Oh, absolutely. And then, of course, once you play this tough regular season and everything, this, man, year after year, this sectional here is again loaded and
Oh yeah, yeah.
very strong. So there's you know, the regular season gets you prepared for that for sectional time, because that's a tough run, and sometimes when you get out of the sectional, we've been very successful of teams going much further. So
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think anytime if you're fortunate enough to get out of this sectional, you got to think you got a legitimate shot of playing the last week of March. But you know, we were fortunate enough to get out of the sectional last year, and then you know we didn't. You know, we got beat the next week, and you know, I attribute that to my main thing is our rebounding. That's why we lost. I know we talk about, you know, missed shots or missed free throws. I think we were 6 of 17, but the bottom line is, you know, our rebounding cost us the second week of March last year, and you know, we get out rebounded by 15 and only have one offensive rebound. It's a recipe for disaster, and that's kind of what happened to us.
yeah, and then one thing about it is it's that the one thing that came out of that regional after the success in the sectional regional. I followed basketball in the summer quite a bit, and then I saw you guys play in the summer when you brought the team together, and you could tell there was an emphasis on rebounding and being much more physical, and that's what it's going to take.
Well, it really is.
The kids have worked very hard on the basketball court and in the weight room.
Well, you know, we're always pushing the guys to lift and getting the maximum out of that, and I thought they did that this summer in preseason. Still trying to get them to, you know, really push themselves during the season, whether that's only 2 lifts a week. You know, because I think that's important. But you know, I just you know, that was kind of how we left the last meeting of preseason. That, you know, what did our rebounding contribute us not advancing in the tournament, and then you know, so that's been a heavy emphasis from day one in practice this you know, this season. I think part of it was my fault. I don't think we worked on it maybe the way we should have. And so I've kind of told the coaches, we've got to really, you know, we've got to set aside time, you know, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes to just drill it every day and then reinforce it in our 5-on-5 setting. And so that's been a big emphasis of mine, just because I just thought that ultimately cost us last year. And you know, people can talk about it is a will, and you know, but there's some things that you can do to work on it, to incorporate it in your practice so that it does become an everyday necessary thing.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck this season, and I'm sure we're going to be getting together doing some more shows this year, and talking about upcoming games on a weekend, or one game on a weekend, or something like that. But I'm excited for basketball to get started, and man, I'll tell you what, nothing was a better feeling than winning our sectional last year. It's been a long time, and well deserved, and we just gotta see if we can go a little further.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's always very rewarding to see kids that happy and the community that happy, because winning sectionals, regardless of class or part of the state, they're really hard to do, because it's all relative.
Yes.
And you know, you have to do things. You got to have a little luck, you know, and you know, but there's certainly a fond memory for me personally. But you know, I think I get so much enjoyment just seeing the happiness from the kids and seeing them be able to walk up a ladder and do some things that you know, you may only get to do once. Some kids never get an opportunity to do that. So but if we want to do that again, we've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And so does everybody else. And but I've been very pleased, and we're just ready to kick off the season and see kind of where we stand tonight, and then kind of fix us on Friday and Saturday, and Monday, and then I think Tuesday and Wednesday kind of get ready to play Hamilton Heights on Wednesday night before Thanksgiving.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.